Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Jason Putra. I'm a student from UBS SVP, Computer Science and Computer. I'm here to do a little bit presentation about computer and the inside of computer. Computer. What is a computer? Well, a computer is a device that you use to use Gmail, use do a PowerPoint slide, for gaming, for watching movies, for do texts, for drawing, for do animation or something like that. So computer actually, before a computer, the word computer meant a device. A computer actually meant that someone that calculates, someone that do calculation about things. In the back in the 19th century, apparently computer meant an electronic device that store data, store and retrieve data and process data. The example of computer is on your right. This computer is called ENIAC. In the 1940s, ENIAC were used by the US Army and it was discontinued in 1960. And throughout the media, the story of computer have been in the throughout years in the media also. Like in 1960, with Adam West Bad Metal, computer looks like a big table that would take up one room, with many buttons, many tubes, many blinking buttons. Well, it's not perfectly encapsulate what computer at that time, but you can see that it's what they depict as a computer are very different for what a computer is nowadays. If you compare it to the 2010 with this first picture here, it's actually from the movie Social Network. Well, when Mark Zuckerberg was using it for doing for writing his diary and making a website. He using Sony Vaio and a PC. It's actually Sony Vaio is actually pretty dated. If you ask me nowadays, it's actually in anime that's like iMac, in a movie like Spider Verse that's like normal PC that would look like. Very interesting how different it is in 90s and nowadays. How the media capture what a computer is. Now we're talking about computers. We're going to talk about the type of computers. Type of computers. There's a workstation computer. What is a workstation computer? Workstation computer were used as a workstation. Usually have a fast CPU, fast big RAM, bigger power supply, a big GPU, a bigger case, and probably a very good looking monitors. Workstation computer mostly used for graphic designer or office problem because of its very high end specs. Another one is a personal computer. Personal computer is probably you probably already have a personal computer in your home, so I'm not going to tell you much about it. But personal computer is basically a general purpose computer. You use it for watching movies, watching Netflix, playing video games, do some homework or do work, talking to friends, check out social media, something like that. It's usually have a CPU, motherboard, GPU, anything on your normal computer. Usually have much more fairly budget instead of workstation computer. Now we're going to talk about computers. I'm not going to forget to talk about the inside of computers. Inside of computers have many things like human body. Computer needs a component to make it run, Like computer have a motherboard, have a CPU, a RAM, have a storage, have a PSU, have a CPU fans, have a cable, and the case itself, and the motherboard. Motherboard, sometimes referred as the mainboard, simply a mobile, is large printed circuit board. Job is connect all the devices on the computer to each other. But as I said, the motherboard is used for you to connect all the other components like RAM, like CPU, like GPU, like an SSD or a hard disk to your computer, or even other things beside the components, the outside of things like keyboard, like a monitor, like a mouse. A motherboard usually have many codes, not that many actually. There's black, there's blue, red, and green. A black usually much faster than the others, followed by blue and red, and slowest one is green. A CPU. A CPU, the central processing unit. A CPU is the brain of your PC, which much higher than CPU. You can achieve many things. You can do almost anything with high-end CPU. Because CPU, everything on your computer, any software on your computer runs through the CPU, because it's the brain of the computer. Virtually everything that you do on computer, the main thing of the computer is the CPU is the one power lift to everything. For that, RAM. What is RAM? Random access memory. RAM is not memory as in storage memory. RAM works with CPU like older brother and younger brother. What I meant by that, when a CPU use many power, it would give it to RAM to save some itself, like some program to load to into RAM, which go back to the CPU itself. It's like a spiral. But with RAM doesn't save any of that. When you close your computer, close your Windows, it would refresh and be and save for another time when you open your computer. On the other hand, hard drive. Hard drive is where you save your documents, your software, your files, and anything. Instead of like RAM, hard drive meant like long-term storage, which you can save many data on it. As long as the hard drive isn't broken, you can still open it anytime, anywhere, with the right tools. There's many type of hard drive. There's hard disk, there's SSD, SSD SATA, SSD NVMe, and SSD NVMe 3.0, 4.0. What's the difference between hard disk and SSD? Hard disk use a spinning disk, while SSD use chip, which make SSD much faster than hard disk, and SSD much easier to storage for you to store, because it's most of SSD is much more smaller than hard disk, but it's much more expensive than hard disk. Next topic, power supply. What is power supply? Power supply is the thing that runs your PC. It's the energy from your PC, the convert power from wall outlet to the computer, then the electric to your computer. Without power supply, your PC won't even turn on. Also, with power supply, you need to choose the right power supply, or even you can have very nasty exits with cheap power supply. So choose wisely. Expansion card. There's a few expansion card actually. The primary purpose of expansion card is to provide or expand a feature not offered by motherboard, like a GPU. Probably the most common one is GPU, that used for much higher visual visual filter, like for animating, editing, uh 3D rendering, many things. The things that your CPU cannot do. And another one is sound card. We probably didn't use sound card anymore. It, sound card is, well, what the name of it? Sound card is a card that makes sounds, make your PC have a sound. Back in the days, but a network adapter, if your motherboard doesn't have a Wi-Fi or a Bluetooth, that's why you use it. And that's it. Thank you for hearing my little presentation. Sorry if I make a mistake, and thank you for everyone that have been listening from the beginning to end. My name is Jason Putra. See you.